Let's see what questions we have out here.
So, Dr. Mason, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
How do you kick the sugar addiction?
Well, first of all, it's like anything. Kicking the addiction starts mentally. You got to understand that sugar hijacks the same receptors in the brain as cocaine. Okay, that's what it does, and it's designed to do that.
You should talk to them too,
Huh?
because they need to hear this.
Who?
That sugar hijacks the same receptors in the brain as
That's
cocaine.
cocaine.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what it does. And what happens? You got to understand that everything that it's advertised to us, everything that we think that we have control over, you don't. You are being led. You are being chemically addicted to things that are going to kill you.
That's right.
I'm just telling you. And so there is no safe level of any of this stuff. I'm just going to tell you, there is no safe level of it. And the way you have
It's like saying there's a safe level of cocaine that you can have, that you can snort.
Yeah, you just can't.
Yeah.
And so what happens, what I tell people, look, I was drinking a lot of, I was never a big coffee guy, because the combination of caffeine and sugar is even more deadly.
And addictive.
And addictive.
Because now that's like mixing your cocaine with something else.
Yeah. And so what we just have to, the body needs water. It don't need any of that other stuff. So well, like any other addiction, what I tell folks to do is just start backing it down. Just start backing it down. It's like any other activity. Or some of us will be able to just say, okay, I'm done with it. Mm-hmm. Some of us will need to detox ourselves from it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and there's no magic thing. There's no magic to it. But it all starts here. Because if you don't want to do it, you won't do it. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to put the blame, because this stuff is engineered to do this. I'm going to show at your meeting, I'm going to show the difference between what we did in 1950 in terms of what we consumed versus what we did just 50 years later.
50 years later, how we change it.
Yeah, what we eat. What changed about how we ate? And you got to understand that everything that we're doing, everything that we're eating is scientifically marketed in such a way that make you want to eat it. There's a reason why you can't watch a football game or you can't watch any of these sports without multiple ads for pizza. Mm-hmm. Pizza is one of the most dangerous things you can eat. It contains three things. It has saturated fat, has lots of salt, lots of salt in that, and the casein. And the reason you can't get rid of the reason you get hooked on the pizza is because there's what are called casomorphs in milk, and that's what you concentrate when you make cheese. Because to make cheese, you take the acid from the lining of the stomach of a cow, rennet, or you could use synthetic acid. You put the acid in that acid in the milk that curdles the milk. You then separate out the curds from the whey. Okay. The whey you do some other stuff with. Mm-hmm. The curds.
Put it in your protein powder. That's why I do vegan, both protein.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
And then you dry those curds, you color them, and you salt them in order to help dehydrate it, to dry it out. And then in some places you let it age, you sit there and rot more. And that's cheese.
Cheese is rotten. Yeah. It's rotten.
I mean, if you go to the place where they really make real cheese, if you walk in one of those places like where they have Limburger cheeses or a lot of cheeses that you see, it stinks.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody asked, what do you think about the keto diet?
Oh, I'm premiering a movie. Is one movie that I've done 4 movies, and one of the movies that we're going to premiere is called Diet Choices. And each of those, and what we're going to do is actually go through each of these diets, ketogenic diet, all these different diets. And this whole idea that you want to put your body in a state of ketosis, that's bullshit.
There you have it. And by the way, this is what you'll get at the summit, and you can ask questions.
Oh, they can hear me?
Oh yeah, they can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I said the bad word on the thing, man.
They all grown, and you getting hearts because it's real. Like what we need is real dialogue, and to know that a lot of these things aren't necessarily good for us.
No,
I mean, the founder of Atkins died.
Yeah, Mr. Atkins himself.
Mr. Atkins himself, would he have a heart attack or something?
He had a heart attack.
He had a heart attack.
There is no see, you can't get around right.
People are looking for shortcuts.
Right, you can't get
They
around
want
right.
shortcuts to success, shortcuts to wealth, shortcuts to health.
And I'm sure as you teach people, you can't get to success without work.
You got to work.
And
it takes
it's every day.
Sacrifice and discipline and action in all the places that like you're afraid to go.
Yeah, and it's no different whether it's you want to change your body, you want to lose weight.
That's right.
It's no different.
That's right.
These are the principles.
You want to get muscles, you got to get underneath the weights.
Yeah.
You know, you want to run longer, you got to run.
Yeah. And you know what? And your body will adjust.
It will adjust.
It'll fight you in the beginning, but that's because it's
Yep.
not accustomed to it. Like, what the hell are you doing now?
That's right.
But once you continue doing it, and don't try to get out and run. If you've never run, you don't get out and try and run a mile.
Yeah. You hurt yourself.
You'll hurt yourself.
Yeah.
You get out and do what you can do.
That's right.
But the key is to add, if it's just 2 more steps the next day, that's what you do.
That's right. Yep.
And the body is designed in order for you to do that.
I experienced this with playing basketball because I stopped for a while and I went back about 2 years ago. My knees were hurting, my foot was hurting, my Achilles were hurting, and I just kept stretching, going, taking Epsom salt baths, and now, I mean, I can play 3, 4, 5 games on a Friday morning or Monday morning or Wednesday morning, and no pain. No
You know,
pain.
it's
The body's adjusted.
I was never an athlete though. I was the guy that was never picked.
Yeah.
Never picked.